Hey, welcome to the How to Sell with Confidence podcast. I'm your host, Nat Tolhopf, a sales and confidence coach who digs kicking your butt into imperfect action. You're in the right place if you're a woman in biz who's ready to grow from 5 figures to 6 figures and beyond. In this podcast, I share with you how to sell with confidence by digging deeper into the leader within and exploring your unstoppable self. Let's go in. Let's have some unstoppable conversations. Welcome to this week's episode where we talk about going all in and what that actually means. I was chatting with a client the other day and she said to me, Nat, I'm going to go all in for 2026. And I'm like, yes, Gwen, but what is that for you? What are we talking about here? Now, this client already has a sensational foundational business that's doing really well. And she's got this beautiful bolted on business side hustle that we want to get our teeth into. And she's like, you know what? This year I'm going all in on it. So I was like, yeah, this is really cool. And what I wanted to know though is, what does that mean? What does going all in mean? Because sometimes what can happen is we can have the wrong reasons to go all in or think that we do some repetition, and repetition is really great. But actually going all in can mean some different things. So what does it look like for you? I said to her. And she said, well, for example, I went to an expo last year. It was really, really good. For the current biz, I think it will be great for the new biz. And I got some good leads, so I'm going to go there, but I'm going to go bigger. I said, okay, what does bigger look like? Like, keep talking to me so I can understand what going all in means to you. And she's like, yeah, I'm just going to go and I'm going to have my stand. I'm going to, tweak the kind of layout of it. And often we can mistake easy for effective because it's comfortable, right? So nothing wrong with the intention of what she wanted to do. But I said to her, I think going all in means this. We've got to be a little bit bolder with our strategy. So I suggested to her, hey, I think going all in is having a booth, but going all in and you either sponsor the expo and speak at the expo, run the panel. The old way was staying safe with a booth, but actually, what if you got to become that thought leader in that expo, got to lead a group of people through through a workshop, like go all in. Like if you want to dominate that space, like let's go do that. So securing, the speaking gig. Cue freak out, right? Because safety piece of just having the booth, there's nothing wrong with that. But going all in, we kind of really need to solidify what that can look like. And I think we can all look at how we can do that a little bit better than maybe that old way of thinking. So it's the same event, same room, but total different level of intentionality. And that's where getting strategic on the all in is really important. Now, the fastest path is sometimes not the easiest, right? Because it will require some courage from us to take those next steps. And that's where growth lies. So I've had to take my own medicine recently, which I love to do, right? Because I really value walking my talk. So I launched the Activate Business Trainer last year. Now the booth version would have been me just selling that as a planner, posted a link, run some ads, and hoped you bought it. Safe, easy, predictable, but standard business that we have to have. Now, some of you might be like, oh, that feels like going all in. But with my third book and wanting to really go all in on it and truly activating people, I had to come out of my comfort zone. And by doing that, I decided to run with the Activate purchase 2 large-scale planning sessions via Zoom. So I didn't just sell the tool, I claimed to be the authority and lead it in the room. Now, there's a difference between running planning sessions with clients who I already know, and we're in a, room of maybe 10 to 20, very different when you're going to have 50 people show up on a Zoom who you don't really know how they work. and just having put that courage and activating and going all in. And so for me, that lifted my sales and lifted the presence of the planner. And so the same for me, I wanted to increase my speaking last year. Now, I could have sat back and waited for the phone to ring, but because I don't teach that would be a way of hiding. So going all in is you have to move. You've got to go, what does it look like to go all in? And it's actively asking for those opportunities. I've got a great opportunity coming up this year. Now, I didn't get it because I was approached. I got it because I was in the right conversation at the right time and was able to then ask for that opportunity. So it wasn't tweaking something on a website, fixing something in a funnel. It was the bravery of actually just stepping up and asking. And I've done that at expos before where you actually just simply ask, are you looking for an MC? Are you looking for someone to help with the expo holders before and after? There's so many collective ways in which you can get more involved rather than on that linear strategy. So I wanted to talk to you about that today because I want you to have that strategic advantage of really asking yourself, what does going all in mean for you this year? So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just have to supercharge your wheel. Like use the foundation that you've built. Adding another layer creates a little bit more momentum, and it's meant to make you squirm a little, but that's the whole point, right? That's the squirm is where that extra revenue is that you want, and I want that for you. So if you actually are needing a little bit help with your strategy this year, I'm open to talking to you. Like, let's have a chat about where you can actually step into finding some more momentum and looking at what's one strategic shift that you could leverage it to make it go further. Those are the kind of things I can help you with, and those are the things that I want you to think about. Where are you hiding behind your booth where you should be on stage? Now, remember, not a literal booth or literal stage, but I want you to identify that one thing today. Reach out, messenger, DM or email. Let me know where you might be thinking that you're hiding.
Hey, you gorgeous crew, thanks for listening again. And if you've been under a rock and you didn't know, my second book is available, Become Unstoppable, How to Stop Playing Small, Keep Up with the Bloody Joneses, and Play a Bigger Game. If you want a copy, you know what to do. Come over to my website, www.natalietolhopf.com, and grab yourself a copy. And remember to share this podcast around with your biz friends. Plus, if you're liking it on whatever platform you're listening, please give it a rating so we can keep it going around and around. Catch you later.